The pre-season, you know that you're going to be working hard.
Such a tough period of the year, you know, just going through agony, really, just pushing your body.
Up, come on! Okay, reset. Here we go, reset, here we go.
I want to work on coming in. How many balls I hit?
The pre-season gives you an opportunity to work on specifics.
What's up, dudes? I came here end of November, started off for a few weeks with Mark's old fitness trainer, Mark Waters, and first couple of weeks was really focused on doing a lot of volume fitness-wise, getting fit, and then slowly transitioned to more hours on the court.
Around here at Mission Hills, there's a lot of open area, a lot of grassy areas, and you know, he's been doing a lot of sprint work, a lot of long distance stuff.
The last week and a half, 2 weeks or so, we've been really spending a good 4 or 5 hours a day on the court. I've really enjoyed my time here at Mission Hills, and they've treated me so well, and court time is great.
Fitness is here, spa is here, beautiful playing conditions.
It's my last day of training today. It was a bit of a half day. I got a flight this afternoon, and we start off the practice with playing with frisbees, Aussie rules footballs, soccer balls.
I think it can be pretty laborious. A pre-season, you know that you're going to be working hard. So to just go straight into, you know, hitting balls, I think it's ideal to be able to offer different ways of training and movement.
You know, we're trying to have a little bit of fun around the work too, because it's such a tough period of the year, you know, just going through agony, really, just pushing your body.
You know, you can have some fun without realizing that, hey, my heartbeat is picking up, and you know, you're sweating, and I think you know, it just breaks it up, and you have a bit of fun with it. Last one. Just down the line.
Mark fed me a few balls, you know, working on a few things. Every aspect of my game, really.
Pre-season gives you an opportunity to work on specifics. It's not just general fitness. You can really break it down and certain shots that you want to try and improve. A few areas with Vasek that just feeding, you know, a few balls in, just so that it sinks into the mind before just going, you know, crazy on the baseline and doing longer workouts.
Mark puts some tape on the court just to kind of have a visual of where I want to be, you know, hitting the ball and keeping away from certain areas of the court.
You know, the strips that I place out are quite similar to the painted lines, and some players, they prefer a visual identification, trying to remind Vasek that you know, you want to be able to hit to a specific target to set the point up. You know, I think it was a bit of a help for him. Do the short forehand, play it into the backhand corner, and then just play the point out. So it's your choice whether you come in behind it or whether you just, you know, kind of take control of the point.
What's up, dudes? Spying on my off-season training. I don't like that. I don't like that.
Over a little bit, looking for the forehand.
We did some approach shot drills there, some offense-defense drills. I just was working on my my approach shots, my the aggressive aspects of my game.
But hello, at least you tried this off-pace one. Little change-up, it works as well.
But again, they've got to understand, it's not to hit the winner on that shorter ball forehand that I throw in. It's to learn that, you know, transition from the baseline into net, and actually just trusting yourself that you can get the first volley.
And there's a mark, 1 inch.
Second drill, we were just playing some baseline points. My focus today was trying to be offensive and coming in when I could. Having that intention of wanting to come into the net, I think, you know, that's kind of the main reason behind that.
If you wait for it, kind of, you know, pull up, you're going to miss it. Good job.
And I think that's one thing that I'll be bringing into 2017.
So sometimes you're going to have to risk by going forward. Yeah, it doesn't have to be the best approach shot.
That's the instant recognition that the ball is short enough, you should be able to, you know, move forward or do something with the ball.
Apply a bit more pressure onto it, so it's not to try and you know, get to net and you have to win that exact point. It is a risk going forward, without a doubt.
I want to work on coming in. How many volleys I hit? I hit like no volley, 1 volley.
There it is.
Very exciting to be working with Mark. He's just a great fit for how I want to be playing, where I see myself, you know, in the next few years, and I feel like he can really help me get to where I want to be.
Why stay on the baseline and try and out-hit someone? You're almost like playing into his strengths then.
You know, I like to find a player that I think I can help make some improvements, make some positive changes to their game, a real blessing. So looking forward tremendously to 2017.